My people, this is Voice of Biafra. This is our special program. We are the home of one of the oldest Biafran activists. In Biafran circle, we call him Naya Mechi. Welcome, Naya Mechi.
Thank you very much.
Yes. It's been a long time. You've been in this struggle for a very long time. We fought war and over 50 years later, you still believe in this struggle. Why?
Biafra is not a one-man's nation. It belongs to all of us. It was there before we were born, and we continue the cultural heritage, as Mbano Jike once said, during the time they were coming to Britain to ask for our independence, that of Nigeria before. He quoted it to them, to the Queen and the Lord that we were there, and told them that that was an entity where kings mounted their rightful thrones and reigned over millions, whilst we are given in marriage. Battles were fought and won, and children were born to continue the cultural heritage. As the British government, what have you given to us? What do you offer us? They did not like it, and it was a statement which made us have our independence. If you hear that Nigeria got our independence without a fight, these were the statements which Mbano Jike made. Not from Azikiwe, or Awolowo, or Saduana, or any other person. So these statements lingers in our hearts. A soldier goes to war, seeing what is in front of him, what he's facing is death. But when he looks back, he says, oh, what is behind him is greater than what is in front of him. We are fighting for a just cause, for our own people, for our generations to come. And this is why in Nigeria we have got some setbacks. We are not protected. We are not valued. We are not given equal opportunity. This has caused tension all over. And the people who are there do not want to make a change. The killing of Igbos in the north started before a long time, before people like me were born. We have documents to show. Pogrom have been going on for years. And the only cool down, oh, don't mind. Don't mind is not a way of stopping violence. The Hausa oligarchy, the Fulani oligarchy, the whole lot of them have decided to do this all the time. For how long will the Igbos be killed? And the only answer is cool down. Does that give you an answer to my struggle?
Yes. Do you think we can realize Biafra?
Realization of Biafra depends on us individuals and as a whole. Cuba was fought by 6 men. Che Guevara was not a Cuban, but Argentinian. But when he saw the ills of going on, the few men whom he raised were able to liberate Cuba, and they handed it over to Fidel Castro. If we can be few with that determination, but not with riffraffs or people who are twisted in their mind, we've got to fight for the liberation of our people, for our own country, for what is right, for justice. One of my professors said one time, if you land in any country, the first thing you ask is there any justice? You have seen there's no justice in the country. Any part of the country, no justice. We are looking for justice, peace, protection, not money. Economics rules government. If our people can unite themselves and forget the greed of Naira, which is not made in their own place, we will achieve what we want.
Thank you. Let's go back to your profession as a journalist, photojournalist. Why did you choose such profession? How did you get to that decision?
When I came to London here from where I was formerly in Manchester, the war had started then.
The Biafran War.
The Biafran War. So each time the news would get distorted news. Don't forget we were all assembling at Collingham Garden. That is the house that includes to Biafrans. Number 30 Collingham Garden. 30 Collingham Garden.
Nkrumah
gave this place to the Biafrans. Under our High Commissioner then, our representative was Ignatius Cobra from Ogoni. We had the whole house. And this is where we get our own news about what is going on at home. Those who were helping us were coming there, and it was nothing but our own High Commission office. The news issued and being distributed from the Nigerian side, from the British side. Most of the time they say, oh, they have captured Owerri when they were at Ore. They have captured Onitsha when they are still at Ore. I read most of this news when they say they have captured Owerri, Obinze, Mbrichi, the whole of that area. And somebody from home who have managed to come out to the office will tell us they have not captured this. I decided that it's better to go and do the journalism. And with one of our eminent journalists, Andrew Ekuru, I spoke to him and I spoke to one Andrew Oji. And they told me the next time if I want to do that, no problem. Then I went to the office in Fleet Street. Oh, that is the home of British journalism. They told me the school is full up. I should come back next time. But they suggested to me I go to Hereford Road. I went to Hereford Road, where I did my journalism. And this was meeting the professor one-to-one. I was there with Mr. Oji and a few others. Then, when I finished, I joined the gang of Biafran writers. I met people like Frederick Forsyth and a few others, many from Ghana, somebody from Sierra Leone, one great writer who was writing, Timothy Bankole from Sierra Leone, and many others. And from there we decided to form our own organization of journalists in London. We met journalists from Tanzania, and then finally had to discover of the World Journalist Center in Czechoslovakia. We wrote them. I personally became a member there, and they started taking their tutorship. So I could see the difference in the reporting. And most of other countries who sent their representatives to Biafra were giving us a different story, apart from what the British government were dishing out.
Were you people able to change the narrative?
Well, we reported the right thing And they were continuing with what they were doing, because Biafra did not fight the war with Nigeria. We fought Britain, America, and other nations, Egypt and Moscow. So they continue to report according to the wish of their countries. Whereas the other countries like Portugal, Lisbon, and many other areas were reporting what was on the ground.
That's interesting. So how were you people able to organize yourselves? Because I learned that you people were also able to raise money.
In fact, the war of the Biafra and the Nigeria, you people were at home. The war was actually fought in Britain, London. It touched the hearts of every Igbo man and woman, every Biafran. They quickly organized themselves. Meetings were called in Battersea, Town Hall. Everybody became a member. Everybody, men and women, their children, registered as member of Biafra, had a card. You paid some money to become members. You identify yourself as a Biafran. We had badges, made different cards, flags, and all it were bought and sold. Contacted the people in America, they made a big record. The meetings we had here at the end of the session, we had a general meeting and again election. We had people like E.E. Briggs and Fine Age as the secretary. We had people like F.O.B. and Dr. Waluba, and so on and so forth. Every Biafran worked hard. Not what is happening now. There was no division. The division was in your own village or your own province. You gather and collect the money and send it to the general organization. Everything was done. We made almanac. The women collected themselves, made records, which was sold, and the money was handed over to in Cobra's office. Any money was to be sent at home was from the office. There was no hanky-panky, no dilly-dallying, no cheating, no bribery. That was the end of corruption then. Things worked well, that we were able to send drugs, clothing, anything we can collect from Europe was sent directly to Nigeria. Hired, chartered our own planes and goods were sent to Biafra.
So what was the relationship between the Igbo people and non-Igbo people in Biafra in this?
That it really is ugly head, and they found that it did not exist. We had some people who were saying they are from Africa, they are this, they are this, but they found that the fight was not for an Owerri man and the Nigerian. It was anything called the Eastern region versus the entire Nigeria.
So the Igbo cooperated.
So the Igbo,
Cobra,
Cobra was our High Commissioner. So that will tell you it enveloped everything. Cobra was the High Commissioner, and everybody obeyed and listened to him. You can go to him anytime you want. If you have any idea, you go and discuss with him. Entire executive. There was no secret, everything was open. So there's no, our song leader was somebody from Calabar.
Yeah.
He was the one who was leading the women when they made records. Aqualele Biafra.
Aqualele Biafra.
Yes. was Anderson.
We saw this in the record.
Anderson was the leader. And we went, BBC came and recorded it. So most of the Yoruba boys whose parents are from Igbo land joined.
Wow.
Some people like Daniel Jegede and the lot. They were coming to us when we had meetings. We had sympathizers from Sierra Leone and many other places, from Ghana and the lot. So there was nothing like discrimination there.
Like there were about 5 countries that supported and recognized Biafra during the war. How do you make that happen? What was the relationship between...
We were sending our delegates to them, explaining our positions to them. They saw with us. Don't forget, they were hearing the news. The little news about Biafra, other nations had it. Despite the fact that Wilson, the Prime Minister of Britain, and his members, our cabinet, were pressing everything from Biafra. But other nations who sent their representatives there, what they had was enough for them to recognize Biafra. And it came to a point where Harold Wilson said Ojukwu to Biafra. Michael Barnes, a former Labour Party member, opposed him and told him that Biafra was not Ojukwu made up. He told him that Biafra had been in existence before Ojukwu's father was born.
Michael Barnes said that.
Michael Barnes said that. And when Harold Wilson, the Prime Minister, argued, he showed him and said, here are the example. The map of Biafra had been in Britain, Moscow, and America. That was where we got, after the session, I met him with the secretary and Briggs. We got a copy of the Biafran map,
yeah,
which I have today.
I saw the map, and it's quite old. It seems I have not really seen that particular map. So I wanted to ask you, in fact, how you got
this is map. Where I got the map. Then as a photographer, I went to print it. And then...
Was it in the library or where?
Oh, in the library. Okay. I had it in the library. Printed it in the library, and they took the whole thing back to photographers in Fleet Street, where they took the whole photograph of it. So I have the negative today.
And published them,
yes,
to prove that Biafra
was in existence before Ojukwu's father was born. It was not Ojukwu's making.
Well, we are coming to the end of this interesting interview. Today, there's agitation. The younger generation still fighting for Biafra. What's your advice? Because we can see there are different groups. We have Masop, we have Biafran Zionist movement, we have different groups of IPOB. IPOB under this person, IPOB under this person. What is your take on how they are fighting this agitation?
There is an Igbo saying, if we could unite at a particular spot, about 2 or 3 people unite at a spot, you see the foam. But if not, if we scatter it, you won't get any foam. The Biafrans at the moment are fighting in different fronts. We have to face one pot, and then we will get what we want. Different organizations, it's not our problem. We've got to identify our aims and objectives. Any human being who does not know where he is, where he's coming from, and where he is cannot know where he's going. We've got to identify where we are and know where we are going. At the moment, these boys are being fed up with news. The internet is only 25 years old. So you can't see tell me that anything you get from the internet is a truthful story or good advice than what has existed many years. Internet is only 25 years. So you need something has happened before internet. And the present universities in Nigeria, these stories are not the truth about the history of Africa, let alone Nigeria. The name Niger, the name Nigeria, the story of the gentleman who is an Indian, Lugard, who amalgamated the country, and his wife, who called the name Nigeria, Mongo Park, all these type of stories. When you put them together, you see people are reading different texts and different books.
You call the Mongo Park an Indian. I think he said
Lugard was born in India.
Okay, he was born in India.
Yes, yeah. If we are born somewhere else, according to the British Constitution, yeah, you belong there. Lugard was not born in any island of England. Remember, Lugard was in the East Indian Company. Yeah. That was his third journey when the British people told him that the French people were coming to Nigeria. So he ran back to northern Nigeria. And when the French people pushed in, he told them that we are here, the British people are there. Then they went back. They always respect themselves. And that was how today we are colonized by the Britain, which have been colonized by the French people. And he had a problem with the houses. And then he went back to tell the government that these people are not easy.
So, seeing what is going on today in our agitation and what people did then, what do you think we should do better today?
We worked with one voice, one community, one union, one subjugation, one opportunity. We have to come to one union. We had Igbo Union, which the Hausas have confused in Nigeria. A few Igbo people are in Nigeria to change the name. They say it terrorizes them, the Igbo Union. It is through Igbo Union we called a Calabar man was there, a drum man was there, a Fik was there, an Igbo man was there. Now they are destroying Igbo Union. And this is the problem. We have all to come to one place, have one union.
In Biafra.
In Biafra. And that union will guide us through whatever we're going to do. Each individual wants to become a president. Forget about that. This is position. And these names of chieftaincy and all the titles does not help any woman. If you want peace, you must prepare for war. They must know that. The question of, oh, I'm a chief, I'm a doctor. The education we're getting here is fake to me.
In Nigeria.
The one in Nigeria, look at Nigeria, nobody ever fails examination. That was instituted by Gawan. Gawan knew that he was not educated and ruled for years, after which he came to Britain to be educated. And since he has gone back, he has not made any use of his education. He has seen the difference of his ignorance and his being educated in London.
Yeah, before we go, there's the issue of election and no-election. The Biafrans are divided. The Biafran activists. Some group of people said the Biafran people should boycott the election. Another group of people said Biafrans should vote for the better candidates. What's your own take?
If you don't vote in any election, those who vote will cast the election. They would, whatever they count and they give you the result is the result. You better take the election in Nigeria is bribery. Take the money from the man and vote whomever I want. If you want, can take the election that day. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. Get the money from these men who are sharing the money now. The money they will use to treat people who are sick. Feed the poor. And look at the after the old. Take the money from them and vote
For the right person.
for the right person. Your conscience now should work. But if you do not vote at all, you are doing yourself a great injustice.
I think this is where we will stop today.
Thank you very much.
Thank
sir.
you, Naya.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being with us.
Come again.
We will, because
Come
we've
again.
learned a lot.
Come again, please.
Ebeka unusi Biafra, Ebeka unusi Biafra gama.